What's up?
Okay, so I just wanted to ask, how did you do the classroom thing on your screen?
How did I do the classroom thing on my screen? Well,
Yeah.
the Bitmoji stuff has gotten really popular over the summer, and I had to find another woman who had collected a ton of things, and she was sharing her information with people. So I would copy and paste like the individual pictures. All of those things over there are individual pictures. Each one of the cushions, each one of the posters, all of that, they're all little pieces that I put together into one big picture. And it was a lot of fun. So we are going to get started on our lesson. So you should be getting logged into AirPod. If you cannot join, it is okay. I will be able to show you on here too, but it looks like quite a few of you are on here, which is great. I do want to say good morning again to our new, it did take a little while. Yeah. I do want to say good morning again to our new friends. It is nice to have you here. Oh, here we go. We got, nope. All right. So I'm going to just go ahead and hit mute all real quick. Not that anybody's talking or anything, but let's get started. So I'm recording this lesson right now. So if you, for some reason, missed information, or you're not sure on what we're doing, or you just, something happens to your internet, you can go to the video that I post. You will be able to watch all of this again. So you guys are going to learn a little bit about an artist named Keith Haring today, and we're going to practice drawing in his inspiration. I did not know that my Nearpod was going to eat part of the picture like that, but don't worry, you'll see more. Oh, I see it, Mia. Fantastic. So who is Keith Haring? Keith Haring was an artist born in 1958 in Pennsylvania. He was the oldest brother of 4 children, and he has 3 younger sisters. His dad was an artist, and Keith became interested in art really young because his dad was an artist. He experimented with a lot of different ways, and he didn't really figure out how he wanted to make his art until he moved to New York City in 1978. Now, one of the things that we're not so aware of, because we live in Atlanta and we don't have a lot of subway systems, is that in the subway, when they're waiting for the trains, there are these panels where the ads go, like the big ads that say things like eat at McDonald's or buy the magazine. And when the ad was going to be replaced, they would paint it all black and they would leave it for about a day or two. And one of the things that he did to get some recognition was he would go with chalk and he would draw on these ads. And you can see one example of his picture in the middle there. Now that is technically graffiti, and he got arrested a few times for it. So I am not suggesting that you run off and start drawing on walls, but this did get him his fame, his recognition. This is one of those big jumbo screens at the Times Square in New York with one of his pictures up there. Once he gained his fame, he started people started to hire him to draw on the walls. So he got a lot of he would get a lot of volunteers, and he would paint, like you can see the black lines, he would paint those, and then people would come in later and they would help fill in the colors. If you have a question tomorrow, hold on, baby. I don't want you to hold your hand up the entire time, but if you're just stretching, go ahead, just keep stretching. He liked to make it so that people, normal people, could buy his artwork. He didn't want to have his artwork just for the people who were really rich and really famous and could afford it. So he created something called the Pop Shop. And in the Pop Shop, you could come and buy his artwork. You can see lots of buttons on the side. That's a bag that's in the middle. And that on the side over here is all the t-shirts and things like that that he would have. And that was up in New York City as well. I've got somebody who's just joined us. Let me check before I let them in. And there we go. So, and he decorated his entire store. All of this that you see around him, that was the kind of stuff he would do. Again, he was kind of known for painting on the walls. Gotta get my screen back up. Yeah. In fact, IKEA sold his stuff for a while. I don't know if any of you ever went to IKEA when they were selling them, but you might remember some of these things, and you might even be able to find some of these things still in places. Like they would sell these stickers. That was his artwork. There was these little boxes that you could put things up, and then these little dog tails that you could hang your coats and things on. And that was all done in Keith Haring's style. Let's look at some of his style. If you want to tell me anything that you noticed about his people, please use the hand raise button on your Zoom, and I will unmute you and you can let me know. All right then, Mia, tell me something you noticed about his people.
Like every person he paints kind of looks like they're dancing.
There is, good. There's a lot of action with them. Let me get Keaton. What else do you notice about his people?
They're all working together.
They are working together. Fantastic. I like that. All right, Miss Monhai, what you got?
I noticed that all his people look the same. They look very cartoony.
They are very cartoony. I agree, and they do look a lot alike. So, that one, Amar, do you have a question, or are you just stretching your arms? What's up?
Know that these people with the heart shown over there, they're catching their hands and they're thinking the same.
That's good. You've got a good point. And I see Zane has texted or typed in the window that they all have no faces too. I love it. You guys are making great observations about his artwork. Now let's talk about color. If you've got anything that you've noticed about the color, you can use the hand raising button again and let me know, and I'll unmute you. You can tell me something about the colors that you see here. Let me see, anybody? All right, we'll get Mia and then Manha again.
Well, I noticed that in your art class, one of the pictures, you have the same picture with the same exact colors.
Mm-hmm. It might be, that I like Keith Haring's artwork. That might be one of the reasons why. Ooh. All right, so I want to get you. Let's get Manha.
I noticed that he either uses black and white or very colorful colors.
Perfect. He does. It's very much one or the other. And then, whoops. All right. Let me get, things are moving in the window. Again. Amar, what you got?
That the people are in the picture, that they are dancing with fun. I think that means that what they have to do, they did something very great. That's why they're happy and they're dancing.
All right. Good job. Let's see. Noor, what you got for me?
I see that they also have two of the pictures. They're not dancing, but it looks like they're trying to tell us we're doing teamwork, or like
yes,
helping a friend. Because on the other one, there's I feel like they're sitting on a bench, and he's like maybe like he tripped or something, and he's like, "Don't worry."
Very nice. All right, so I'm going to tell you right now. This little one that has all the people in it, that one's just called The Dance because they're dancing. This one down here is called Friendship, and this one that has his name on it didn't have a title. So, and then I want you to see just a few more things that he's done with it. He also really liked kids. He was very big into working with children's hospitals and foundations for underprivileged children in New York City in particular. So he really liked to show and support kids in their foundations, and there's a charity work, that's the word I was looking for. So all of the pictures I've been showing you, except for one, and this is one of his artwork, excuse me, they don't have faces. They do down here because he was doing a specific work, but his artwork itself didn't have faces. And I like, good job, Zane. Not one person was in one, there weren't very many people in one color. There was a lot of different colors. But one of the reasons why he liked to do people with maybe not the same or with no faces was to show that it could be anybody. So I don't want us to waste, I don't want to spend too much time with this. But you guys really gotten this. Unfortunately, Keith Haring did pass away when in 1990. He was about 31 years old. He got really sick and he was unable to recover from it. So he is not with us anymore. His legacy has continued and works with children's hospitals and being able to support foundations like that. What we are going to work on, and we've already covered these questions, so I'm not going to worry about that, is you are going to create a Keith Haring inspired poster. Now, I'm going to grab my, I'm going to show you what we are going to be working on. So I'm going to close that window, I'm going to change my camera. There we go. And did it actually change my camera? Can't see. There we go. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to show you just my camera, or at least you should be on sharing screen. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, this is a new thing for Miss Franz. Oh, here we go. Is that it? Nope, that's me again. We don't need to see me. No, wait. I'm so confused. I want to switch my cameras again. There we go. All right. Now I am going to oh, y'all, I'm sorry. This is still new. I don't want a giant picture of me anymore. Thank you. I'll stop sharing that. Try it one more time. And if I can't get it, we will move on to a different way. Share content from second camera. Ah, got it. There we go. So you are going to be doing this on an actual sheet of paper. We've done our last project on a computer, but this time we are going to be using a real sheet of paper. Remember, your paper doesn't have to be perfect paper or like sketchbook paper. If you have regular sheets of paper that you want to use, that's fine. I'm going to turn my sketchbook just so I can see things a little bit better. I'm going to get this thing to focus a little bit better. There we go. So the next thing I'm going to use or need, you're going to need a pencil, and you're going to need to use something to color with. It can be crayons or color pencils, or if you've got markers, that's up to you. I'm going to use crayons. So I'm going to start by picking or coming up with a stick figure. I'm going to say that my stick figure is going to be doing, I'll have this foot down here and maybe another foot up like this to make it look like he's going to jump or run. Then I'm going to have one hand up and another hand up. And I just started by drawing a stick figure. Pretty easy. You don't have to be drawing a stick figure right now. It might help if you watch me first. Then I'm going to make an outline around my stick figure, which will make him a little bit bigger than he was before. So now you still see my stick figure in the middle, but I've made an outline around him, which makes him bigger. And now this is when I'm going to take my crayon and I'm going to color in everything on the inside. And I'm even going to color, see, I'm coloring over make sure he's got some feet. And I've colored in the part that I've done. It's starting to look like he's doing something. And I'm going to give him a little bit of a circle at the end so it looks like he's got some hands. So that is going to be the very basic version of my Keith Haring body person. I'm going to take a new color and I'm going to go around and I'm just going to color around the outside of him, which is going to make him, give him another bit of an outline. I'm not going to sit here and do the whole thing because that'll take a little while. And then I'm going to add some action lines. So it's going to look like he's doing something. And I can even put some down here next to his feet. I can give him a ground. And how do I lose my actual sketchbook? That is my example that I drew for you today. And this is the other example that I've done with others. So I want you to work on making some Keith Haring inspired figures. I would do about 2 or 3 of them. One is just a little boring. I would do 2 or 3. Remember, we're not doing this on a sheet on the computer. We are doing this on an actual piece of paper. I'm going to stop sharing that. So you've got about 5 minutes. You can stay in here with me and you can work on it and show it to me as you work. Or if you are ready and you think you know what to do, you can head out and you can start working on it. You will need to be connected to your Google Classroom your art Google Classroom, that is. And that information should still be on your daily sheets. But that is all that I have for you right now. If you have any questions, you're welcome to stick around. If you want to just head out and start working on it, this is not due today. If you need to work on this another time, that's okay. You got time. I also know you have about 5 minutes until your next class, so if you feel like you need to head out, you're good. If you want to stay, if you want to do the hand raising button again, I will unmute you. Otherwise, you can sit and talk to me. Yes, Samira. I hit you to unmute. There you go.
So, as you said, can you use like whatever
Yes.
you want instead of a paintbrush?
Yeah, you can even use your paintbrush if you. I mean, if you've got if you've got watercolor paint and you want to try that, you can. If you want to draw them, you can. I just want you to actually do an actual picture, not on the computer.
Okay.
That's all I got for you. Oh, and if anybody missed anything, remember all of this will be up on the daily sheet. There's a pre-recorded version of this, and I'll be posting this version just edited. But it is good to see you guys too. I'm going to try not to call you 3rd graders. I'm getting better at it.